World of Horror is now available on the PS4. And I picked up a copy. Because I played enough of this game that I owe it another 15, 20 bucks. I'm controlling a cursor with an analog stick. How very 1981 of me. So the other reason I wanted to play this version is because this is the 1.0 version with a fresh file, and I don't have to delete all of my progress in my main PC file. What have we here? Can the PS4 handle the power of 2 bits? We can only hope. We got all our usual palettes, it seems. I don't think 1.0 added any new palettes, strangely enough. Family Crypt seems elegant. We'll handle that for now. Can leave the suitcase on. For some reason, these are both skip suitcase screen. Interesting. Creepy Neighbor. No one is quite sure how to get Creepy Neighbor on the PS4 and Switch versions. I assume if you, like, open this, the home screen, maybe the Creepy Neighbor will appear. I'm sure people have figured it out by now, since the achievement still does exist on this version of the game. But as far as I know, all the content of the main game exists on this version. Actually, as far as I know, that is explicitly untrue, and I will prove it later on. So yeah, all the achievements blanked out. Gotta do them all again. No tooltip on the latest version if we scroll over this, tragically. I guess this is my first time playing it, so you get that screen. Oh, I accidentally set it to ask again next time. Oh well. Timeline B is still available. Challenges are not. I think you have to beat the game twice to unlock challenges. Available packs. We have no bonus packs unlocked. World of Horror Full coming soon. What does that mean? Interesting. Well, that's gonna keep me up late. Perhaps there is additional locked content. And I don't think there are any Easter eggs here. Let's try... I mean, I've shown off some of these Easter eggs in a previous video, I think. But the first one that comes to mind is rainy. Does it do anything? Black clouds are approaching. Yes, that is still an Easter egg. Good to know. Your typical intro, that hasn't changed in many, many, many updates. And our character. Just the usuals. The starting 4. Kinda surprised Haru is one of the first 4 characters that are available in the game. Everyone is 20, at least. Apparently that is a censorship issue. The Switch version does not allow you to have teenagers get mangled and tortured. So they insist on you being at least 20 years old. We only have the default backstory unlocked, and our typical difficulties. Very, very few options. It's been such a long time since I played this game in just default no achievements mode. Probably should not go into Timeline B. Although there are achievements specifically in there. We're apparently not allowed to even wonder if there's a scenario mode. And endless mode might not exist here in this version? I don't think that was an unlockable in the base game. Our usual gods. Triangle moves my cursor all the way over there. There are a lot of hotkeys that you can use instead of the cursor, which is good because the cursor is rather slow and inconvenient. Good old Litho 2. And our classic anime character. Gives us our intro. Adorable. The PS4 version plays a little slowly, I gotta say. I have taken a bit of a look around, and we saw the load time at the beginning. This is probably not the ideal way to play the game, but it does seem like a perfectly acceptable way to play the game. We're going to get Heart of Darkness somewhere in this run. We are not going to get the Polaroid, so I don't have to remember the second enemy I fight. That's good. And I might be able to arrest Takashi-san, which is an achievement in and of itself. That's always good, because I have no achievements right now. Library notes. I don't know of any spell-related achievements. I think forgetting a certain number of spells in a single run unlocks something. But I only got 2 spells there. All our classic outfits. Kouji in a suit. That earns him an extra $1. So Peephole still does nothing. I think we want... There's the phone. There. So normally if you spell haircut on the keypad here, it changes the character's appearance over here. That option has been removed from the PS4. You can only do that on PC at the moment. Found that out the hard way. And I forget which number to spell out haircut, but try it at home, it won't work. I probably should have restored a little more reason, but my reason's doing fine. So, what mysteries can we get? Nice thing is the D-pad will scroll through our mysteries for us, which makes re-rolling for the mystery that you want much, much, much easier. So what mystery do I want? Honestly, what I want is the one where you're locked inside your own room. That mystery will not show up. And I don't know why. Apparently on a fresh save, you just can't get that one. Or a couple of other ones. I think you're not allowed to do any mystery that takes place in a single location, although I did just see the Fear Festival, which takes place in a single location. So never mind. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are, but some mysteries are just locked off on your first playthrough. And there's no achievement that unlocks additional mysteries. I don't know. Maybe the mysteries are part of one of the event packs? That never used to be the case, but they've added so many mysteries since the last time I played on a blank file. Anything's possible. Yeah, these are some classics. I accept your terms, game. Now, what mystery do I want to actually play? Kouji is surprisingly strong. We're probably going to want Kana on our team. Oh, yeah. Feel that load time. So we're up against it, though, too, which means we will take extra damage quite frequently. Therefore, Kana's damage reduction will be especially helpful. Got our handcuffs. Let's make sure Kana still does damage reduction, honestly. I haven't checked their stats in a long time. It does still go outside the bounding box. Should just be a typical exploration. Our dex is atrocious, so I should not do this, but I passed anyway. And an achievement has been unlocked in doing so. Lucky me. Speaking of achievements, give him a boop, get our freebies. Hey, I got a trophy for some reason. Arbitrarily, some of the achievements will give you trophies. What we really want here is a compass. Also an empty bottle. Empty bottle's probably more important. And the compass is gone. Should have grabbed it when I had the chance. Flashlight couldn't hurt, although I can't equip it properly. Well, I'm here. I'll take the flashlight. Help the sub. I wonder if you're actually allowed to not help the sub. I know in at least one update, if you try to evade that event, she would just attack you immediately. Dex failure. I always fail that one. I think the heavy-duty flashlight is a perception weapon, but I don't have it unlocked yet, so that doesn't really matter. You need to equip 2 light sources at the same time, which requires the torch, which requires you to be on timeline B. I keep scrolling my cursor down to the bottom of the screen so as to advance things, but it is unnecessary, because I can just hit square and advance it immediately. My charisma's high enough that I can pass that. Plus 4 reason back. And just carry on with our usual investigation. Fill out our events that we've seen on the events list. Steal some money. Aw. Grand Champion of the Cannibal Eating Contest, 1956. Well done, Shiokawa High School. Go fightin' cannibals. Where the hell is Kana? Let's see how the eye popping goes on the PS4. Blammo. And here come the eels. Feels like on previous versions they forced you to linger on the popped eyeball for much longer. Maybe I'm just used to it, having seen it 1,000,000 times. Blood Moon is considered one of the worst of the town effects you can suffer. Certainly not the best feeling in the world, as it makes enemies much harder to hit. And I have to fight... Oh god, I have to fight Crimson Cape. Crimson Cape is not to be underestimated, actually. So we gotta do Morbid Mermaids first. I could actually arrest that guy. That's interesting. The final boss of this is a human. And Akamanto can be a human as well. I could arrest them all. Junior Cop. Kouji, whatever. How do you get more handcuffs? I know there's a way, but I forget what the way is. I am gonna need a weapon. Kill this boss. Our dex is really bad. We don't have access to any other type of weapon. Dex only. Yeah, all we can reasonably get is the steak knife. That sucks. Well, that's a problem for later. I'm pretty sure the boss only does stamina damage, which I can afford. And, like, brace myself. That's the Young Witch. The Young Witch gives us another dex weapon when she dies. Now, I'm suffering a bit of a display issue. I will actually look over on my other screen to determine what it says over here, because the screen actually goes over the edge and does not tell me how much damage this enemy does. But now I know that it is 3 all. 3 all is unacceptable. Therefore, do our 11 damage. We will... we might do this. Twice? What's our Mind Drain do? Yeah, one of these, then one of those. That. And one of these. Brutal. Now that's weird. I thought she was supposed to drop a full box. Oh, you have to unlock the box cutter. That's right. You have to get into a fairly ridiculous situation where you do 10 damage with a single kick. Ideally, that involves unlocking Toshiaki first, which I could go do, but it ends the run to do that. Actually, I don't have the History Club unlocked in the first place, so I cannot do that. I don't even know how to unlock the History Club. Every one of these options costs us something. Now I know that the third one is reason. It's kind of a pain to get back. Alright, let's cut down this ivy. A 30% chance to hit. See, I meant to back out of there. Yeah, circle is what clears things. Good to know. I can also send Kana to go fight it. Oh yeah, they drastically improved the camera flash. Yet precisely how. But I remember it being fairly broken. Kinda due for a nerf, if anything. Okay. 10 more damage. Should work. Damn. Not a good sign when I'm missing my 70%. Surely this level up will help. Perception boost. I got a perception-based weapon. So I guess that's what I'm going with. I'll also take strength, because I do need to brace a lot. More stamina down. I think Kouji might need a nap. I can relate. Well worth it. Let's actually see the stats on this. Yeah, fairly standard perception weapon. You don't get a ton of perception weapons. Mostly just the guns. Study the newspapers. I am a reporter after all. And let's get in a fight. So this guy does just 2 stamina. But he has a lot of health. A frankly ridiculous amount of health. And we have a 45% chance to hit. Not too bad. I can boost it up to a 75% chance to hit. Honestly, those are surprisingly bad odds given my luck. There's the save sequence button, which is L3, nice and easy to remember. Yeah, let's see how this treats me. Missed the attack. Okay, 20 HP left. Just trying to think of how the math works out, but I am not in a math-doing mood. I just mentioned that I am very tired. Yeah, I'm thinking the 9 damage per turn ought to treat me well enough. I'll even save that. And he's dead. Pretty sure the fire axe will be better for me than a broken box cutter. Which is worth no dollars. Probably worth a point or 2 of damage if I were to throw it at someone. Surprisingly, no button to just advance the town status. That would have been kind of a handy hotkey. We need... I'm gonna actually say reason. We could go right for the Crimson Cape. I'm gonna hope that I get better stuff while investigating this. Those little tentacles, they take up a lot of PS4 processing power. Some impressive 2-bit tentacles. Alright. Let's steal the cop's gun. The experience is almost always the best way to go. That gun is a perception weapon, though. More experience, less stamina. Get some of my stamina back, at least. And just keep on rolling. Even more experience. I'm frankly overloaded with experience at this point. I can swip weapons. Bonus XP for completing mysteries is a little late for that. Fast Hands had an additional effect, I think? Yeah, one of Kouji's specific perks got buffed in one of the updates. But I don't remember which, so that's not going to help me. I showed that off in a previous video, and I should probably go look that up again, because it's probably important information to have. +2 Doom. Speaking of additional Doom, gotta rest up. I'm gonna try and help here. Hey, charisma success. And a ritual dagger. That's actually a good weapon for Kouji. Not quite as good as the other stuff I have, though. We'll get the handcuffs out of here. Apparently not going to use those anytime soon. Throw the ritual dagger at Akamanto, I'm going to guess. I don't think I needed to investigate the seaside an additional time. And it got me attacked by this monstrosity. I might have to run away. It's only 5% Doom. We can afford it at this point. It looks like we did want to explore the seaside, though. Pay the fisherman, get more experience, and investigate the beach. Watch the sailors disappear into the horizon. Goodbye, fellows. This is no longer a fishing town, because all the fishermen are dead. And now everyone else is going to be dead. There's a plague. There's not going to be much Shiokawa to save after all this. That up, and... okay, now we... for the stamina. And our final... nope, second to final. Mystery. We got everything we need to take on Akamanto, I think. Normally I would go and steal his mask. Throw that on, but... I think I'm actually gonna go... get some gossip. Where's the gossip button? There it is. You don't want to join? Sure. Your stats are bad. No wonder you were so willing to join. Yep, you too. Alright. We found the loser squad. Kouji brings plenty of loser on his own. So we'll just move on. Gotta look cool in front of Kana. Now we're ready to not get stabbed by Akamanto. That'll give us a nice head start in the fight. And if need be, we will just hit Akamanto with spells. This ghoul is surprisingly powerful. Yeah, I think I need to throw braces in for this one, actually. Which are back here. Brace. Well, do I need to guarantee it? I can't even afford one Fire Axe swing. However, would be worth 10 damage, had I the ability. This is the best I can do, really. 75%. Nothing can go wrong on a 75% chance. Surprisingly, that went just about flawlessly. Lucky me. Gonna rest twice. I have all the doom in the world to spend, so might as well. Carry on our investigation. I'm on a tight time limit. Flying by the seat of my pants, I'm exhausted and I have no free time whatsoever. But I simply must play World of Horror on PS4. Luck failure. Oh, I should get my, like, visible rolls option. I think it's called additional math or something. Yeah. Throw that up there. There's the extra math, too. All the information that we can possibly get. And I like this palette more now. It's very warm. Free mask. Yeah, I can't pass on a free mask. Stalker's mask, even. I'm not going to fight a human, though, so it doesn't really help me. Item management is where this version's UI kind of breaks down. Oh, it's in slot B. Didn't realize that. Okay, the Stalker's mask doesn't help me in the slightest. It looks cool, but it's just worth $1. Give me that back. I'm gonna throw it at somebody. You gotta check the package. And you gotta rest more. Do what I can't, Kouji. Live a restful, fulfilling life. Time Warper. What can I do to you? Surprisingly little, if we're honest. High chance to hit. Not quite high enough. That would be 14. You know. If we go for 17, it leaves me 23 if I do a skin removal. That's depressing. Yeah, I guess we'll do boosted, these things. Basic attacks. Oh, bonus damage. I did not suspect there would be bonus damage. This should be lethal. Yep. And speaking of lethality, let's level up in the middle of our boss fight. I want charisma. Not gonna get it, though. So I will apply charisma manually. I've taken nothing. We go to hell. He's got 36 HP. Not for long. $33. 32. Didn't I have another weapon? Guess not. Best way to deal 32 damage while bracing. I think all I can do is base attacks. Yeah. Double boosted base attacks. That I miss. This could take quite a while at this rate. I should have saved myself a turn. Zapped him. Healed him. Been on my way. That was the good ending. Do have another mystery. Knock out real quick. It's just abnormal arms. Let's get out the handcuffs, because I'm going to need those soon. I never really have seen Kouji's unique events, so you reach the spot where you and the interviewee agree to meet, and sure enough, she's waiting for you there. She looks nervous about more than just being alone with you. You're certain she knows something about what happened in the recent missing persons incident. Is Kouji intimidating? He's getting pretty goddamn intimidating. With the scars all over his face, so make the most of that. You press her hard for answers, but despite her fear, she doesn't give anything up. But when she rushes to leave, she doesn't notice a peculiar object falling out of her bag. Well, she's not making a good case for her innocence. She's got the murder weapon. We don't even know what we're investigating. I wonder if you can throw this thing. Because it's not a real weapon. But you can throw things that aren't real weapons in this game. Hot bath, +1 doom. I have it to spare. Interesting. I don't think this was our scripted fight for this mystery. What's our chance to hit? Extremely high. Therefore, we go all in. And miss. 17 left. Ugh. Could have been a jackpot. Certainly was not. So now I rest a bunch. I don't think we got any of the, yeah, no status effects that affect resting, which is good. Because I got a lot of resting I need to do. Plus reason, or minus reason probably. There's the charisma boost that I no longer need. You know what? Honestly, the reporter's bag is going to help me even more. An upgrade I normally never, ever take. Got a flashlight. Yeah, there it is. We're ready to go. We should win this entire run. Weighing the evidence. You pace back and forth beside your desk, piled high with photographs, notes, and documents relevant to your investigation. You're so close to cracking this wide open. You can taste it, but the pieces don't quite fit together. You must still be missing something, but what could it be? Think it over, inspect the photos, talk. Your informant. Let's really get an eyeful of those photos. Perception success, there! You notice a commonality that slipped by you until now, drawing a connection that your theory needed. Now that your theory has its linchpin, it's time to act. And indeed it is. We're right near the end of the final mystery. Our madman with a corkboard covered with red string has solved this case. Nice work, Kouji. And it works with our incredibly low rating. Kouji is losing his mind. Sometimes you need a madman to save the world. I don't know that that's actually true. But it's true in superhero comics, and those are quite popular. Therefore, 9 damage would kill this thing fairly slowly, if we're honest. 12 damage, still quite slow. But I guess I'm pot committed now. Let's look at a corpse. Hi, corpse. You know, if I'd done the mysteries in a different order, I could have gotten the tiny key, and then I could have gotten the goblet. But I don't think I would have been able to go and actually use the goblet to unlock Yashiro, so I don't think that mattered, ultimately. Just a profoundly unlikely series of events that is required to ultimately get 100% and unlock one of the more difficult and annoying characters anyway. My partner gave me a mug of the Shiokawa landscape, and when you fill it with hot water, it shows the swirling that you get in the late game, and it also has multiple of the outer gods emerging across the city. Like Kathak Atarasu is on top of the buildings, and like the weird giants are emerging from the sea. I forget what deity that even is. That might be a Thotu. I forget. It's been a long time since I died to a Thotu. I should rest a little bit. Yeah, I even rested one time too many for it to really matter. Yep, we got the charisma, we got everything but dex. Got our flashlight. What are the rules on handcuffs? You can arrest someone with 12 HP or lower. Luck, knowledge, none of this matters at this point. Improvise would have helped during the Akamoto fight. I think this is the dex one? Because I just hit the dex threshold. Apparently if you hit it during the event itself, it still counts. You still pass. And I passed, and this is knowledge, and strength. One last obstacle. You're going to jail, Takashi, which is better than you usually get. You usually get murdered outright. That should put him in range. Not quite. Oh no. I almost murdered. Oh, I murdered him! Damn it! I'm not used to using the face buttons. So I meant to hit circle to clear out my event thing, and then I launched the attack and I cut his goddamn head off. You got lucky, punk. Lucky that you were decapitated. Oh well. Missed chance for an achievement, but at least Kouji doesn't have to be a cop now. Seven achievements in one run. Granted, it would be very easy to get way, way, way more achievements in way less than 40 minutes, but I will gladly take that. And that is World of Horror on the PS4. Like I said, perfectly adequate way to play the game. It's a weird experience playing it with none of the stuff unlocked. But I may well come back to it. Experiencing 1.0 on a fresh file is, you know, a different world from the usual 100% file with modded stuff thrown in. But also I will show off my 100% file with modded stuff thrown in the near future as well. There we go, that's World of Horror. Get it on whatever platform you choose, but for the love of all the Elder Gods, you gotta get this game. It's one of the best ever.